Okay, so we just finished 50 videos, tune of the week with Cole Porter tunes. Now we're moving on with Jerome Kern. So this is tune of the week number 1 in the Jerome Kern video series. Again, I'm gonna use an Aebersold for some of the tunes. I'm not sure if we're gonna do 50. 50 might be a little bit too much. So we'll see how many songs we'll do in the Jerome Kern video series. But I want to start with my favorite, Long Ago and Far Away. So if you've been watching my Tune of the Week videos, you know the drill. We're going to play the melody together and then trade solos. I'll play a solo, comp for you, comp for me, and then I comp for you, and so on and so forth, and then we play the melody again. Then later in the video, I want to talk about some versions, especially Adam Rogers, and show you the chords. There's a little intro and outro that they do on the Adam Rogers recording. I want to show you that because it's really cool. And we'll talk about some other approaches for this tune and some good stuff. So let's get started, shall we? So this is the Aebersold with the piano removed. So you can do that with the audio you get from the Aebersold. So here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Here comes the melody. Okay, so some good versions of this tune for guitar players. John Abercrombie recorded it. It's a really good version. And Adam Rogers, I think the album is called Art of the Invisible. There's a little intro and outro there I will show you in a second. There's also this album Chico Hamilton, I think his name is. And they play kind of an open, slow, very arranged version. And I think that's Jim Hall on the guitar there. So those are some versions. Of course, you should listen to some vocal recordings like Frank Sinatra famously recorded this one, for example. I also want to recommend a really, really good YouTube channel. I think his name is Ron something, and I'll put a link to, I can't remember his last name, but I'll put a link to that video. The video series is kind of what I'm doing, but more ambitious. It's called Journey Through the Real Book. So there's a series of videos that spans over several years. And I think he's going through every tune in the real book. And he does a really good version, or a very good lesson or overview of this tune. So if you watch that video as well as this video, you're gonna get a lot of stuff to work on this tune. He talks about like setting up the tune with the pedal. You can play the pedal for the A section, like a C pedal. Some of that stuff is easier to do on piano. And then you could go to like an E flat. You know, so that opens up the harmony. So when you're soloing, you can kind of think like that too. I don't think like F, D, G. That kind of practicing. I'm not saying you shouldn't practice like that, but once you can do that, which is on a tune like this, I'm thinking like chunks of key centers. So it's an F major. And all these chords are more or less in F major. You could play the same scale, then it goes to A flat major. And when you play it like the pedal, you really get a feel for that kind of key center. So you can do that in iReal Pro. You can go in and edit. So here I'm just playing F major. There I have to be aware of the here pedal. So C mixo. And then just F major. Maybe some intervals. A flat major. So thinking like that can kind of open up, and I have a video called How to Play Jazz Patterns, I think it's called, and there I go over this idea of just playing scale patterns basically in the same key, and ignoring, even though there might be a secondary dominant here and there, you just kind of ignore those. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to outline those, but you can also think like this to open up the tune. Of course, we're playing it pretty fast here, and you can play this tune. I don't think it's a fast tune. It's probably a ballad originally. So I'll leave you with Adam Rogers' intro. I think those are the chords. So it's an A minor, an F on top. So like A minor flat 6. I guess the technical term would be F add 9 over A. To same voicing but with D on the bottom. D minor 11, right? And just change the bass notes. Same. E flat sus. B Lydian or B major flat 5. G flat major sharp 5. Same thing. A flat minor 13. So the F is like the pedal note through the whole thing. Top note. And then the G flat. And the rhythm is like this. And then you're in the tune. Now, of course, it's a lot faster than that. But that's a fun little section to throw in. You can even have like almost like a drum solo on that. And that recording is really good. That album is really good. There was this bootleg circulating in college when I was in jazz college with Adam Rogers, and they were playing this arrangement of the tune. Maybe somebody went down to New York or to Smalls or one of those places and had a recording, and it was Chris Potter on saxophone, and they were playing this tune, and it was just insane. I wish I still have that recording, but it's lost somewhere. But oh man. But the recording on that studio album is also pretty killer, but I don't think that's Chris Potter on saxophone. But I can't even remember if there is saxophone right now. But it's also a very killer, like Adam Rogers is one of the most killing guitar players on the scene right now. So that was the first tune of hopefully a whole bunch of Jerome Kern tunes, and Long Ago and Far Away, really fun tune to play. And the next tune is going to be next week. The next tune in this series of Jerome Kern tunes will be on Patreon only, so every other week, just like before, will be on Patreon. With all that, thank you for your time and attention. I shall see you next time.